Hello viewers, hope you're doing well. Today in this video, I'm going to create AuthProvider functional component inside the useAuth hook. So let's get started. Let's navigate to the VS Code. As you can see, the useAuth hook. After this, I'm going to create a functional component with the name AuthProvider. So it will be an export const, name of the component that we have, AuthProvider. This functional component has a prop that is a children. The AuthProvider functional component that acts as a context provider. Inside this, I'm going to initialize useStateHook for the current user. It is by default null. After this, I'm going to initialize a useStateHook for the loading. So let me duplicate this line. It will be a for loading, and it's by default true. After this, I'm going to add here useEffectHook. This state will store the authenticated user data. This state will track the authentication status. After this, we have a useEffectHook that runs the authentication logic when the component mounts. The empty dependency array ensures that effect runs only once when the component is mounted. On the top, I'm going to import here auth object from the Firebase util. So it will be an import auth from util/Firebase. Let me call here the object that we have auth and the state that is a on auth changed. Inside this, we have to catch here the user object. After getting the user, we have to update the current user use state. So let me call here set user. Inside the argument of this, we have to pass here the user object. After this, we have to update the loading state that we have false. And here I'm going to create an object with the name unsubscribe. And we have to return here unsubscribe. So basically, auth.onAuth state change is a Firebase method that listens for the changes in the authentication state. For example, user login, logout, or the app loads. The callback functions receive a user as a parameter, which represents the currently authenticated user or null. After this, the set current user updates the current user state with the authenticated user data, as you can see. After this, we have a set loading state that updates the loading state to false. This method returns an unsubscribe function, which is used to clean the listener when the component unmounts. After this, I'm going to create an object with the name value. And this object will hold current user. And here I'm going to return auth context.provider. It will get a value object that we have a current user. Inside this, we have to load here the children when the loading state has false value. So let me check here. If the loading has false, then we have to load here the children. Now you can take a look of the useAuth hook. Now let's go to the index.js, and I'm going to wrap the app tag with the auth provider. Now let's navigate to the browser, and I'm going to access the dashboard page without logging in. As you can see, we are not able to access the dashboard page. Now I'm going to log in here the admin. Let's click on the sign in button. As you can see, it's navigating us to the dashboard page. So that's all for now from my side. If you have any confusion, you can do comment. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.